The Sussex Improvement Partnership was set up nearly 2 years ago in 2006. It was awarded £1 million for county-wide projects to be delivered among 15 primary authorities. Inevitably, there were questions for many participants concerning the value of working across both East and West Sussex, where there were already many successful small-scale partnerships in existence. Since we received notification in December 2006 about our funding award, 31 separate projects have been undertaken, many of them benefiting from the wider partnership. Let's have a look at some of them. Mary Evans led the Organisational Development Project. One of the main elements of the work was to understand how the Sussex Partnership functions now and could develop in the future.
It was so different, so different. We thought as local authorities we would be doing more or less the same sort of work around equalities, but actually we found that because the cultures of the organisations were different, systems were different, people were in such different places. So that was really interesting, and that's led to some really interesting conversations and some really good learning. One of the things we found about this programme was that it really was only a very small first step. That the sorts of work that the managers are doing means that they need to be working long term around tackling these issues, and the competencies need to be worked on a lot more in relation to the different organisations. West Sussex, their focus around equality is very much around customer service, and they focused almost exclusively in their language around customer service. Brighton and Hove, that is not acceptable. We need to be very clear that we are working on equalities, inclusion, diversity issues, because that's what our local population expects of us. And in East Sussex, a difference again really, in that their focus has been almost exclusively really on the real detail of how to ensure that services really are tailored to individual needs. One of the key things about the SIP Equalities programme has been that we've used facilitated learning sets as a base for it, and I think in terms of equalities development that's really, really important, because what it's done is given people a safe space to really dig into the issues, and that's a method that is more expensive but really does pay dividends in a different level really than sending people on equalities courses. We worked with external facilitators initially, and that was really helpful because that helped to build our internal capacity. Right. And we've now moved on to internal facilitation, and in one of the county councils we're actually looking for the groups to manage themselves, and so we're working towards a process of self-directed learning really.
So the legacy of SIP is something that is going to last for quite a long time in terms of the culture.
Absolutely, yeah.
Councils in West Sussex are used to working collaboratively. The West Sussex Accessible Services Partnership is now 7 years old and has won national prizes for its work. Joining SIP enables other partners to benefit from their experience and knowledge. Stephen Gray is the programme manager for these projects.
We had three major themes to our work this year. The first one was on mobile working. We did a lot of work with brand new devices, handheld devices, tablet PCs, that sort of thing, all to do with capturing the information that we need to deliver a customer service quickly and easily in the field. The second piece of work then took that data and tried to deliver it to the appropriate back office without any form of human intervention. We're looking at integration in its broadest sense, and we've had a great deal of success on this, streamlining quite a number of processes and making significant cost savings in between. And our last piece of work was all to do with knowledge management. How can we store and save and extend the knowledge we've gained across these projects amongst other people as well as ourselves? And we've been running a series of workshops, we've been actually doing consultancy work into individual authorities, and all in all we've managed to streamline the learning process. We've created some active learning sets that people can use again, and what's more, we have users who feel that they're more in control of their destiny than ever before. Each of the projects that we dealt with involved collaboration between one or more authorities. We tried to break down traditional barriers and look at what would have the greatest value. We had a project on using digital pen and paper that involved Crawley Borough Council, East Sussex County Council and Wealdon District Council, partners who'd never worked together before. We found that by creating a culture of sharing based on common goals and single delivery, we've managed to get teams that enjoy working together and can actually deliver results fast. In addition, we've had some award-winning progress, which is really delightful. The project on mobile working in mid-Sussex won a national award in June 2008. The mobile working project in Crawley were in the finals of an e-government award back in January this year.
The collection and disposal of rubbish is something that affects every household and every local authority. Reporting a missed collection is a regular call, and every authority has its own policy for responding. Over half of the SIP members use the Lagan CRM system to record interactions, and SIP money was used to develop and extend its use and to share best practice. The project money was used to transfer knowledge from the team who first implemented waste management at Ada and Worthing Council Services into the waste management group of Brighton and Hove Council. This work continues to expand, and both Mid-Sussex and Horsham District Councils now benefit from experience and knowledge gained, each of them running integrated CRM systems. The use of CRM means managers are able to analyse problems and can measure performance of their teams. This in turn is helping to improve the service. The next big SIP development is to put new technology into the cabs. These devices will act like sat-nav displays showing the houses in each road. If a resident fails to put their bin out for collection, the crew will hit a button and this will be reported direct to the office electronically. This means customer service agents will be able to advise the resident appropriately if they ring to report missed collection. Knowledge management takes a variety of forms. Lagan's CRM is used widely, and to extend its value, customer service agents have been trained how to maintain and expand its use. Workshops are held regularly to share knowledge and expertise. These sessions are invaluable in creating better understanding of the package and involving more staff in its development and improvement. Jennifer Elwood is the Help Point Manager and is one of the beneficiaries of the knowledge-sharing activities.
I think giving the staff the ability to actually be able to control the way they deal with the public and the way that they actually input the knowledge will just make a huge difference to the way that we actually perform the service that we give to customers. It will enable them to get the customers' question, and if they're asked something that is not actually on the scripts that they have themselves, they can then change them and adapt them to suit the way they want to deal with customers.
So this is normally thought of as an IT exercise. We're lifting an IT skill and giving it to frontline staff. Is that unusual?
Unusual and scary. But I think the way that we've approached it, taking the scariness out and doing it in a very simple manner, has enabled the staff to see that actually it's not scary, it's actually quite logical. It's all about information and the way it's portrayed. And I think that the scripting side of it now has actually sort of lit a light bulb in their heads. They can actually see now the logic behind how the information is portrayed. I think by taking that scariness away, it has actually empowered them to realise the potential of what we have, and I think it's really exciting that they can now grow with the system.
Be very helpful on a day-to-day basis because we can make it fit the needs of us and our customers in our location, in our particular location. I suppose travel information, and bus passes, street lighting and highways inquiries, and probably district council litter/refuse inquiries are the most common. It's responding immediately, locally, to the need for finding the information, being able to get to it very quickly, without needing to rely on somebody else in another location to do it for us. That means we can do it very quickly, and that's efficient for the service that we offer.